Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Hitman Sapienza professional walkthrough sponsored by RageWorks.net. In this video, 47 is the Phantom of the Mansion for Silvio and learns that Francesca has a fatal reaction to biolab gas. This is a Silent Assassin run. Now, this run is very time sensitive during this first part. Up until the point where we're waiting for Silvio, everything has to be basically perfect. So we're going in the quote-unquote side entrance here. As soon as you get in, crouch and crouch run all the way downstairs. Run all the way to the point where this little drop off is, then stand up and run in a circle. Crouch again and pick up all three of these bricks. As far as the loadout here, I have the concealable baton, which you don't need for this run, and I have the breaching charges, which you do. The reason why I ran all the way to that drop off is because if you do it too early, you'll bring down this guard and the gardener, which why a gardener is washing a car is beyond me, but whatever. So you see, first brick is to knock out this guard. We're taking his disguise so that we can get inside easily. That's all the setup that we really need to kill Silvio. Is the standard drop the chandelier on his head. But we are going to take care of some things just to get him in position. Don't worry about that camera, and we're just running along the wall here to avoid the second camera. Standing run for this whole thing, because it's, like I said, we're on a timer. Nobody, even if the guard comes up to you, there's nobody in this way right now that you have to worry about except for the guard that's behind me right now. He's the first enforcer we encounter, and this guy's the second. But we're knocking him out. There's the second brick, and that's so you don't have to pick up the baton again to save time. You shoot out the cameras, drag him, dump him, and immediately climb out the window. The guys in the attic are gonna stay there, so we don't have to worry about them. So he's away, and we're going back downstairs. Once you get to this landing, you can stand and run if you want. So crouch here and slow down. We did all that running to make sure that that guard was turning around just at that point. And now we can pretty much relax. Take a good 30 seconds or so. Basically, we're waiting for Silvio to walk into the dining area. He will stand right under that chandelier, and even though you won't see him, you can see it from the mini-map. It's kind of hard to eyeball this without the mini-map for those that don't use any heads-up display. If they can still get this, more props to them. Basically, the reason why I'm standing right now instead of crouching is because that guard is not an enforcer that just passed by, and we want to see Silvio like we just did in the window so we know when to get down. Now you'll see across in that other window is mansion staff, but they can't see us as far away. Wait till Silvio's dot in the minimap gets a little bit bigger, drop it, and keep moving.
Target down. Next up, Francesca De Santis.
Now we're headed to the ether lab. And of course I pick up the coins because why wouldn't I? Get your breaching charge ready. You might get light spotted here, but just keep moving and nobody will bother you. Throw your charge, blow the door, and get stuck on an invisible wall. I love invisible walls. Now, these two guys, they're a pain in the butt. They're not hard to deal with.
Virus prototype will be
It's
close
just
by.
that they're
Look for some type of quarantine unit.
they have no set pattern. Sometimes their route will have them going back and forth in tandem. Sometimes one will be at one end and one is at the other, like they are now. And sometimes they're off timing. So I find that with this third brick, this is the best way for me to do it. Basically, no matter what mission you're doing, make sure you have something to distract them when you come down here. We're gonna wait for the guy to my left that I can't see right now, go back to his post where he's looking down on the lab, and wait for this guy to come right up to us. Toss the brick.
Strange.
Command, something fell to the ground. I'm checking it out.
Something fell to the ground, something like a bodyguard. Now, when you knock him out, you're right up on this rock, so the other guard can't see you if you drag right around the rock. And that makes sure he still can't see you. And now you just knock him out. Even if you're, very good at this and can get by one of them, it's important to knock both of them out. We will need both of them later on. Well, not them, but their clothes. You see, we already are taking the first guard's disguise. Pick up the wrench if you want, because why not? Watch out for that enforcer. And see, this doctor up here is not an enforcer. Crouch down and make sure you hit him with the, while you're crouched, because if you're standing, someone might spot you. And if you walk up to him and subdue him, somebody might spot you. We drop him in a box because we're going to need him for later. And definitely when the alarm goes off, guards do go up those stairs, so you do not want to leave him on the floor. We just make our way over, watching out for enforcers. This disguise down here, there's few enforcers. Outside, even though it's professional, he's pretty OP outside. Now we just have to drop the stalactite on the virus. And for some reason, just when I started this run, I'm having trouble doing that. It's like I can't hit the freaking rock. Or sometimes even when I shoot it, it doesn't drop. Miss. I had it in my sights, but the guard came back. Literally, if you're out with your gun for more than like a second, somebody will be suspicious of you. Actually, I take that back. More than a second, and you shoot. When you shoot, it's got to be a pop up and go right back down, just like that.
Virus destroyed. One target remaining.
With the virus destroyed, we want to just let things calm down a little bit. You're on a timer here because Francesca's coming downstairs to see what's going on, but you have a lot of time to work with. So you'll see I get out while the alarm is still going.
Anyone copy? Still looking. No sign of it.
But it's winding down already. There's only one enforcer in my path because I'm going back up those stairs to get that doctor disguise. I need to be able to walk up to that console in front of the biolab and turn on the ventilation system. That way,
Entering the ether lab requires a key card.
when you turn it on,
Luckily, it seems
Francesca feels safe to walk in there without any hazmat suit on. So now we safely make our way back up here. Again, I do recommend crouching, especially when you're changing clothes, even though he stands up, or when he climbs in the box. I always make that mistake. See, that way nobody sees you when you change clothes. This security guard is still an enforcer, the one who was an enforcer before. See, not too many guards will bother you in the lab coat, but plenty of other lab techs will, particularly the guy that's right where you need to be right now. But he's walking away. There's another enforcer in the background. Now once you get here, you technically could stay here, but it's a gamble. Like I just passed by a microscope that you could blend in by looking into, but right around the time Francesca gets down there's a guy who will walk up to you and basically he's like, dude, get off my microscope. So it's better to just wait it out back here. I keep looking around to make sure that the guard over on the right of the plane doesn't see me, but he never does. Francesca's already on her way down the steps. So we have three. Basically, there's really four because it's Francesca, but we have three enforcers. There's two lab techs and that patrolling guard that you just saw. I say three because Francesca, once she turns this corner, she's going inside the trailer and then she'll go inside the biolab, and then it doesn't matter.
That is Francesca De Santis.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. So once this guy walks away, you want to make your way over to that console, and you need to wait until Francesca's safely inside. So you see me blend in for a second, watching to see if anybody's coming, and then watching for her. As soon as the door closes, you're good. I almost got caught there. That was a gulp moment.
All objectives complete. Now head towards an exit.
So now you can safely just walk up the steps. I wouldn't try the same way that I tried before with the bodyguard disguise. There's just too many enforcers over in that area. Don't mind these bodyguards, they don't care about you. Now this second guy's clothes are gonna become important. If you use the mansion security, you can't get past those two other guys that were with Francesca. But with this, you're fine. They walk over there, but I still wouldn't mess with them. So, I mean, basically you could have been out of there already, but again, as always, I'm retrieving my suit. So we're just running clean through the mansion. Nobody cares.
Can never have too much security, all right?
And we left this back in the that old tower, so we're gonna drop down.
Don't do it. You have a reason to live.
Shut up and wash the car. And see, right where we left it, there's nobody to spot us. So that's it. That's Phantom of the Mansion and Fatal Reaction, excuse me. As you see, that was Silent Assassin. And I thought they would take it out in professional mode, but as you can see, this guy's standing in the street. If I had gone right now, I would lose Silent Assassin because I'd run him over. So you gotta wait until he walks away and gets back on the curb just to be safe and make sure you don't kill him. I had done this earlier and I did the whole thing perfectly. And I was like, why is this guy laying down? I was like, are you kidding me? So I had to start over. And you'll see the challenges pop. And I get the final 2 starting locations. Well, a starting location and the ICA drop. And there's the Silent Assassin. I thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great afternoon. I'll see you in the next video.